And that's why I question, and I'm all for all the different experiments. I question the Cosmos thesis a little bit. I don't know if we're going to see thousands of viable chains. I think we might see many, but I'm worried about when I see application-specific blockchains. I'm worried about this, having enough security on that blockchain. Obviously, like if it's a small blockchain, maybe it's not worth attacking, but like people, can attack you. Whereas, so I was, and maybe we don't have time for this today, but Sunny, I was curious to hear about the roadmap of Cosmos Hub's lending security, or maybe providing security to some of these heterogeneous chains.
Yeah, I can talk about that right now. I think we have time. So two things I would say is one that, so about the why I think it, so have I told you about my what I call the maker dilemma?
I think I've heard a version of it, but maybe not from you.
Okay, yeah. Essentially, it's my claim that Maker doesn't get any security from being on Ethereum. Basically, if you wanted to attack Maker, you wouldn't attack MK. You wouldn't attack ETH. You would rather attack the security of the MKR system because it's much lower security. And if you could take control of MKR, you could essentially destroy all. You could steal all the collateral from MKR and you can mint as much DAI as you want, and you can basically destroy the entire system. And the same actually ends up being true for, so Paul Storrs, he wrote this article many years ago called "Smart Contracts Are Oracles," and I never quite understood it until recently. Which I disagree with it when he says all smart contracts are oracles, but I agree with the notion that many of them are. So if I wanted to attack Augur, I wouldn't attack ETH, I'd attack the security of the REX system. If I wanted to attack 0x, I wouldn't attack ETH, I would attack the security of the 0x token. And this is just true for so many things. And so essentially I would make the claim that many systems are not actually getting that much of their security from Ethereum, but then they end up paying taxes to Ethereum in the form of, paying transaction fees denominated in ETH. And so this is my sort of reasoning for why I have a 1 MKR bet that Maker will split off onto its own chain within 3 years.
Right, and I see that, but there are certain things that the core chain provides that you've now limited from the attack scope, right? You provide non-reversion, and you provide correct execution, whereas if now I'm in my own chain, I've taken some of the things that the core chain might provide me, and I've added that into the attack scope of that system. So I do agree. I do agree that there are certainly the avenues that you'd take to attack subsystems of Ethereum are to attack those, to attack those economics in particular. But I don't necessarily agree that there's no value that the system does provide to these applications. There's also there's things other than security that I think are valuable also to having existing in a single protocol.
Yeah. So I think the main value, like I said, comes from those composability, which is why I like the Manhattan thing, where there's definitely, I agree, there are massive benefits. I live in Manhattan. I think there are massive benefits. I think there are massive benefits to it. But I just think that for many use cases, security is not. There are obviously a lot of them that are. So Uniswap is an example of something that actually does in fact get all of its core security from Ethereum. And there are many others like that.